Welcome back to our institute. Today is the final day of this special week Erasmus Hospitality. Welcome to all our guests, students and teachers.
Today we have the pleasure to talk about all activities we did in this week, and we do hope you really enjoy it. Now Mrs. Santa Maria will introduce the teachers involved in this project.
Sì. To introduce you to my colleagues, my partners, we have worked together in the preparation of the project and of course in organizing all the mobilities. This in Italy, in Gela, is the second mobility of the project, but it is the first after the coronavirus pandemic, after the lockdown. So I think that it was a great experience for all of us because it was the first time when we started traveling again, we started meeting again and not behind a screen. So I'm really glad to introduce you our coordinator, Mrs. Cristina. Please, Cristina, would you introduce your colleague and your school?
Buongiorno a tutti. We are here from Sweden. We are the representatives of the Swedish school. I'm the teacher and the coordinator, Cristina. I have Hussein with me and Molly, and we have two students right here waiting for their turn. We are also very happy to be here. We experienced exactly the same thing as you, just waited for the Erasmus to be resumed. So here we are.
Okay, now this is our German colleague from the German school.
Hello, everybody. I'm Claudia from the Technical Vocational College in Germany, Lüttfeld, and I've got my colleague Marion and two of my students, Laura and Emily, and we're very happy to be here.
Thank you. And now Lole from Spain.
Hello, everybody. We're coming from the south of Spain, from a small village. And we're here really happy to enjoy again a meeting in Italy. This is our fourth meeting in Italy. And so we have enjoyed the hospitality of this land. We are here with my colleague, Juan Gabriel Moreno Catena, our teacher, and 6 students, all of them in the A-levels before the university. Next year they're going to be there. And so I think that this is going to be a great opportunity for everybody to start again, to restart again this project. It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you. And now Miss Margarida from Portugal.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. This is Margarida from Escola Secundária do Cartacho, Portugal. I am here with my 4 students, Manuel, Margarida, and my colleague Margarida, and Emily also. They are 2 students that are in their last year before university, and the other 2 are in the previous year from that. This is really a pleasure to be here in Italy. We have loved it so much, and we hope to welcome all of you in Cartacho next month. So see you all.
Thank you. The project has the title Live and Learn Together in a Sustainable Multicultural Environment. This week we have lived together in a very enjoyable way. So I would like to ask our students an opinion about this amazing experience, I think. What about you? Introduce yourself.
Yes. My name is Hussein. I'm 18 and I come from Sweden. And I think it has been very enjoyable this couple of last days. I have learned a lot from other cultures, how they speak, how they behave. And we have seen a lot of pretty stuff. I mean, the archaeological sites were amazing, and all in all, I've had a really good time, and I'm really grateful for that. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Molly, and I also come from Sweden, and I'm 18. I have loved this experience. It has been wonderful to come here and meet amazing people and get to learn a lot about the other cultures, and yeah, it has been wonderful.
Thank you.
Hello, I'm Laura. I am from Spain. I'm 17 and I'm really glad to be here because I love traveling and I love English and I think it is a great opportunity to improve it. So I have really enjoyed the experience and I have really got along with all my classmates, so I'm really happy to be here.
Hello, my name is Ethan. I'm from Spain too, from the south. I'm so happy to be here because it is a great opportunity, as my friend has told, because it allows us to meet new people and to open our mind in a great country like that, and these beautiful persons. So I'm very, very happy to be here.
I'm Manuel from Portugal. I'm 6 years old and I enjoyed this week. Know some cultures like Sweden, Greece, Germany, and
from Germany and I'm 18 years old. I think this exchange was a great opportunity to learn about Italian culture and to learn about Italian food. We ate a lot and I really enjoyed it. Yes.
Okay, now I think it was a great experience for all of us because we and you students had the opportunity to know something more about our culture and the way of behaving. We have been really astonished about how respectful you are of the rules. Your politeness and you have been so helpful with us and never noisy. Italian people are often a bit noisy. I think I have seen these aspects of our life because we are always funny and we always talk so much. But I think that we can take the best from all parts of our way of living and behaving. Today, there isn't the Greek group because they have just left this morning. They are traveling back home. But yesterday, they told me that it was really amazing for them to discover how many similarities are there between their culture and our culture, and how similar our Sicily is to its home country. Of course, you know that Gela and other towns in Sicily were founded by the ancient Greek. And so I told them, you are our fathers. So maybe that's the reason why there are so many similarities among us. What about you? What differences and similarities have you discovered, have you noticed? Who would you like to talk?
Used to in Germany. Here it's like sunny and 20 degrees, and in Germany it's like 5 degrees and always raining. So that's a big difference.
Even though this was the worst week, so rainy, and this was really a great problem for us. But today, this is the real sunny sky of Sicily.
Yes, and I think also the food is pretty different. We don't eat that much, I think, in Germany. and we also eat a lot of different foods. So, yeah, that was a big difference.
Okay, thank you. Now I give my microphone to my colleague Daniela. Okay.
Hello, everyone. Okay, this is Danila Mallia. And I also
J'ai été transparent jusqu'à un jour où j'ai plus eu la possibilité d'être transparent. Et c'était assez horrible.
countries, they're perfectly integrated. But what is really hard and difficult to cope with is this situation. So I just like here to leave the word to my Mrs. Viviana Di Bartolo, who also happens to see the mom of one of our students who's currently attending the bar and restaurant management sector. And she is a special counselor for us in this respect. She knows everything. So at the end, or maybe a short introduction, you can even feel free to ask her a few questions if you want, if you feel like it. Okay, thank you. Viviana, please.
Thank you all. Thank you for to invited me again here. Thank you, Danila. She said that I'm special. I don't think I'm so special. I'm a normal person. Just I do probably not so common job because my job is not really a job. It's kind of a mission. I am a rescuer. I am a rescuer at sea since like 5 years. I start as a humanitarian operator. I studied human rights before, and I start to work with refugees on land, and then, because I'm also a lifeguard, I start to work in a humanitarian ship for SOS Mediterranea, is the organization I work with. Is an international organization, is European, so it's based in France, Germany, Swiss, and Italy. And we are just civilians, seamen, skipper, I mean people that are connected with sea, that try to give a help in Mediterranean Sea, in the central routes, in the Sicilian Channel, in between Libya and Sicily. So we are present in this area with our ship, just to avoid disaster at sea, because I mean there is a lot of people that try to cross the sea from Libya in a very, very dangerous boat, in very poor condition. And we know that the sea is very, very dangerous. It's not our natural element, let's say. So we are ready with our ship in this area, also because there is not a really European rescue asset at sea. There is not army ship or something like that give help to these people. So the only hope they have is there are NGOs like us, in this non-governative organization, try to rescue people at sea. Since I started to work in this area, in this sector, I face a lot of very, very dramatic situation as the video is going on in this moment. Was one of the most dramatic rescue I faced in 2018, and we lost a lot of people. So, I mean, I think, of course, if you want to ask me something, some curiosity about my job, I'm here. I will give you all information if you want, but I think that it's very important to understand that it's important multiculturalism, integration. I think it's very important to put the finger on these points, but not all the time people arrive in Europe. I mean, it's not an obvious process arriving here. They really take a big risk. They risk their life to arrive here, and they live from really, really poor condition in their country, or they live the war, or every kind of, of really difficulties. The journey is so dangerous since their country, they cross the desert, they have no money, no document. They face all kind of torture and sexual violence. All the human rights are completely they not exist at all. So when they arrive in Libya, they finish in prison, and we can see all of the time on the ship there are signs on the body and on the eyes of every kind of torture. So it's important really to understand that what you have here is really important. The fact that you are here, you enjoy this moment, this exchange. You can see new people, new culture, new place. It's very important, it's amazing, but not for all of the young people like us, it's so obvious. All of the time I work on board, I meet young people like you, even younger, traveling alone. And this is really sad because they have nobody taking care of them, and they are really victim of every kind of violence and torture. So, yeah, I don't want to make you sad. I want to think about this. That is really for me, for myself, is important. Don't close the barrier. Europe is called sometimes like a fortress, and this is sad because for me, everybody should have the right to travel, to see new place, to exchange culture, to study, but it's not something so easy or so obvious for everybody. So, yeah, I don't want to be longer.
Okay. If you have, guys, any questions? Okay. Maybe, Viviana, I might ask you a question. Just what was the perhaps worst, most difficult, or most stressful situation you've had to cope with so far? If there was, the most dangerous, the hardest one.
Yeah.
Please.
Okay, rescue in itself is never easy situation. Rescue is an emergency. It means that there is people that are in danger at sea and are almost sinking. So, of course, every rescue is different, it's complicated, but of course there was one I never forget, is the one of the video, was in 2018 in January, so it was also winter. The water was very cold and people really weak, and we met a very overcrowded boat, almost sinking on the side, and people are already in the water. We try to collect all the people, giving life jacket, because the first thing we do, we give life jacket, just at least they have something that avoid them to sink. But in that case, we discovered that there were already a lot of people screaming and dead, unfortunately, already on the water. And among them, there were like kids, very baby, everything. I mean, young woman, man, everybody. It was really a disaster at the time. Just remember, I was taking the body, already dead from the water. We were able to resuscitate some people because, yeah, on board we have doctors. In this time, our partner is a really important partner. We have International Red Cross with us. So we have also rescue boat. So the fact was very, very dramatic. We lost like more than 40 people, I think.
Okay. So thank you very much. Have you got any questions, boys, girls? Okay. That's why I'll tell you, last year we chose this topic, you can imagine, as a vital topic concerning civic education, of course, in general. Okay. And now maybe I'd like to leave the word to you, to my dear colleagues, and maybe to you, introducing the topic you have chosen yourself, a topic of your choice, which might be connected with the general theme, but I mean, doesn't matter. If you talk about something which you really feel like to, or feel eager to talk, willing to talk right now. So maybe Christina, would you like to do this?
Yes, thank you. Well, from the Swedish team, we talked and we thought it would be interesting to raise this topic like culture clash. You know, culture clashes. You come to another culture, you are used to do things or to behave in a way, and you suddenly can see that your new friends, they think in another way. And I find this very, very interesting because you can learn from each other a lot. And most of the time it's funny. But other things, maybe they are more serious. So I let my students talk about this.
Yes, when it comes to culture clashes, for example, what I've experienced is that in Italy, for example, people are a lot more intimate with each other. They touch each other more, they're more close together, basically.
They come also very clear, very, very near.
Yes, exactly. I mean, there is no personal space, you could say, almost. But in Sweden, that's something that's not so common. In Sweden, we like our distance from each other. Even on the bus, strangers, they usually don't sit together with each other. So it was a real shock to see how intimate people in Italy are. And that's one of the things that surprised me. And yeah. So, Molly can continue.
Yes. And another thing I thought about when we first got here, the difference between Sweden and Italy, is the fact that people here are much more social. In Sweden, you would never just go to somebody you don't know and start talking. And I've experienced that here in Italy, people are much more friendly towards strangers. And I think it's a good thing that it makes it much easier to make new friends, to talk to each other. I like it.
Yes. Yeah. And the thing is that even though our differences, it's important to adapt to each other. So even if we Swedes have our personal space, it's often, when we come here, we often adjust, and we're fine with people being more intimate with us and touching us much more than usual.
In other words, when you come to Sweden, so keep the distance.
Yes, exactly.
Somebody else, maybe?
Thank you. Okay, now as a final step or stage of our pleasant discussion, we'd like to have like a small game together focusing our attention on a few pictures we have purposely chosen for you in order to arouse nice discussion, confrontation maybe, and to see what do they remind you of, no? Have a look at a few pictures we have chosen together with your teachers and tell us what do they really, suggest you? What sorts of feelings, no? What sorts of ideas or maybe, just your impressions. We are interested in it to have a very good memory of these special days we have spent so far with you, okay? So we'll try and have a look at these pictures, first of all. Okay, maybe they are being showed already, okay? Quindi Martina, dobbiamo fare scorrere le immagini. Ok, le immagini. We are waiting for them, okay? And okay, this is the first one, okay? Who feels like introducing something about this, okay? Maybe I can give the microphone this way.
Okay, okay. So I'm going to ask one of my students to talk about this picture. I think it's very important, and it tells us that really the world is one place. So we are all together, we are all the same. But I'm going to pass it to them. Please.
And helping with the help of with each other, we can all like save it. And, yeah.
Also, what catches my eyes are that everybody has a different skin color. So this teaches us that even though we may be different by our looks, we all should work together to make the world a better place and to just live together happily.
I think when I look at the picture that personally it reminds me that we have to work together, all of us, to to make the world the place that it is, because if somebody would do something that's completely different from the other people, the community wouldn't be the same.
Okay. Let's have a look at something different. Martina, would you like to, show us? And maybe, who would like to, maybe this side, okay? Maybe this way, okay.
So these pictures show me a person who seems enjoy her environment, his environment. I think this is a person who has just arrived from a trip in abroad, in a ship, and she is looking the sky as represented how big is the world and how many opportunities he can't do while he's arriving. So all our world is in front of him since he began to be in this place. Okay.
Especially me, because before we came here at Erasmus, we were at like a lower level, but then we came here and we get some new skills and met new people, and it feels like I've become a better person as well, you know. So yeah.
Thanks so much. I appreciate this really, really that much. Okay, so and also another one, another picture, which is the next one. Okay, maybe.
In this photo, I can see some people mm, uh, could go to the opportunities, while another people it's only just sing and don't try to do new things. Yeah.
It seems like the person jumping is jumping into the cold water, as you say. They are trying new things, and maybe it can be scary, but then you have a new experience, and the other person seems to be struggling with it. And yeah, maybe they're scared to to take this opportunity.
For me, it represents like freedom. How are two types of persons that will go to search for new experience, and the others that are more shy and scared of trying new things.
Martina, we got another one. Shall we suggest a new picture? And maybe new ideas? Okay. Okay. Just before we move on to the conclusions of our pleasant week, okay? And I'm curious to ask you something, which I'm going to do a few minutes later, okay? You found Martina? Okay. So, the picture. Okay, shall I? This one.
¿Pero empiezo ya? I think that the position of the bench is like this because has a reason. It's like the bench is looking at the sea and not at the street, because it is meant to people to visit there and look at the sea, because sometimes we don't enjoy what we have in front of our eyes. It's like we are very into technology and mobile phones, and we don't have the value to go out from technology, escape from technology, and see the reality of the things.
When I see this picture, I think about like loneliness, but not in a bad way, if you understand. It's like you said, sitting there and being in reality, and yeah, I don't know what to say.
Okay. If we maybe can conclude here, and I'd like to ask you just something. Okay, your impressions are good, I hope, but your suggestions, your advice, no, to improve our performance in welcoming people like you, who might be the future tourists. Okay, and I can first of all, well, wait. Okay, for our principal. Okay? So think about your impressions after our principal talks and maybe greets you, okay? Just here, okay? Hello, Mrs. Cardamona, our principal, who you have met already yesterday, remember her, okay? I'd like to leave the word to her right now. Okay? Can you hear us? We are seeing you but not hearing anything. Okay.
Happens.
Live. Yeah, okay, so far everything
Can I
perfect.
start?
Yeah, you can. You have to. Hi, hello, good morning. From all of us, okay? Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay.
Good morning.
Okay, from the students, okay, as well.
Sì,
You can
mi
talk.
sentite?
Yeah.
Okay, just a little. Okay, perfect. Good morning to everybody. Um, Today we have a very nice meeting in Gela, and I have another meeting in Palermo to discuss about our school, our students, our student skill. Unfortunately, I can't stay with you. I have just 5 minutes to give you my greetings. First of all, I want to thank teachers, students, headmasters, stakeholders, all of everything, everyone who cooperated with us to to improve, to organize this meeting in Gela. I hope this meeting is going well for all of you, and I wish you in your heart, in your mind, a good memory of this week. My opinion, Erasmus project, as you know, is important to improve our English skills, foreign language skills, behavior, and important skills for our students, only for our teachers and people too. Today in Palermo we are discuss about the foreign languages skills and important people from government said that English and French languages is very important to find a job in the future, to have a very, a lot of opportunity to enter in the job world. As you know, I'm very, I believe very hard in languages, and I work and our school work hard to improve these skills and these opportunities for our students. Erasmus project is one of our projects that go in this way. Exactly, today we have the opportunity to connect each other online, and I thanks a lot Sigona, teacher, and other teachers who are, and the students, particularly our students, are working very hard to to organize it online. Sorry for my English is not good, but I hope you understand me well. Okay, I suppose this time is going good for you, and I'm sure you have another important day, another important opportunity to stay with us all together and stay in the best way with happiness and kindness. And okay, I wish you all the best. I'm sure we will meet again the next meeting. A big hug to all of you and enjoy really your time. Bye bye. And I stay with you another minutes and then I go inside the meeting for a time. Bye.
For giving us this great opportunity to stay in close touch to all these very, very nice, great people. And okay, now a very small question I have to ask you, the one I was going to ask you before. A suggestion, a quick suggestion you have for all of us to improve our performance when welcoming people in general, and particularly the Erasmus students, okay? Only one suggestion, if you feel like giving it, to improve, to perform better next time, perhaps, or something we perhaps have made a mistake doing, okay, in doing, like talking too much, introducing too many itineraries, and I'm sorry to say, or to anticipate, there's going to be the last one about Gela, and we have to know something in the afternoon, not today. But a few suggestions, or only one, do you have?
I have.
Okay, thank you.
Well, of what I have experienced this week, I think Italians are either late or early, never on time. So please just be on time. Try be on time or have a strict schedule. And it's kind of culture clash because in Sweden, everything is on time. We meet at 8 o'clock and then it's 8 o'clock, not anything else. That's a suggestion.
Okay, so thanks, really thanks.
What I've experienced, unfortunately, is that there was a not so great communication between you and us, and also our teachers, and it was a little chaotic. Maybe just try to get a better way of communicating, and just explain until everyone understands it, and not just explain it once, and when nobody understands it, then I don't know. That's not a great communication. So maybe try work on that.
Hi. One suggestion is clean your streets are very messy and
Thanks for everything. I think we are running out of time, I'm seeing, and I have to leave the word to our students. Okay, for the final greetings. Thanks for everything, okay? Thanks, really.
We want to thank the staff and all partners for your kindness and the availability which you showed us. It was a great opportunity to compare your culture with our culture and to know our peers from abroad.
Finally, we have the pleasure to thank the students. Andrea Giammella, Francesco Firenze, Gabriele Mondello, Gaetano Gallo, Ilari Fraglica, Leandro Grillo, Martina Ferlante, Salvo Dharma, Simone Solarino, and the teachers Silvia Santamaria, Emiliano Sigona, Emanuela Tranito, Danila Malia, and Michele Anzalone. Again, we hope you enjoyed this experience, and we wish you will have a good trip back to your countries. Thanks.